Here's the craziest story today. Court documents filed by federal authorities reveal how a woman who was kidnapped in Seattle and thrown into a cinderblock cell in a Klamath Falls home escaped the nightmare and showed disturbing evidence suggesting further plans the accused kidnapper had. The court documents identify the suspect as Nagasi Zuberi, who also goes by the names Sakima, Justin Haichi, and Justin Kawase. The FBI are looking for more potential victims as he has ties to 10 states. Doesn't say how old he is. According to the court documents, Zuberi kidnapped a woman from the streets of Seattle and sexually assaulted the victim along the 450-mile journey to Klamath Falls before locking her in a cinderblock cell inside of his home's garage. So he's like the Joseph Fritzl of the Seattle and Oregon area, which is where we're located out here. Took her from Seattle to Tacoma, which I just took that journey on train recently. The victim briefly slept and awoke to the realization that she would likely die if she did not attempt to escape. The affidavit stated, adding that she repeatedly banged on the door and was able to break the door open and escape the room. Interior of the cinderblock cell, courtesy of the FBI. So he just fucking built this little room with some fucking drywall and some spackle. Put some electricity in there. Put a chair in there. It's really a shitty looking room. Not even like half finished. But there will be more to come on this story. This is just brand new. I just found this story. Once outside the cell, the victim said she found Zuberi's car and a handgun, which she took before fleeing the house and flagging down a motorist who called 911. Law enforcement later searched the home, finding the cinderblock cell, among other items in the house, detailing plans to kidnap her bunker 100 feet underground. It cuts off. Okay, I see. Handwritten notes. Jesus Christ. Well, that's an insane story. Oh yeah, I keep covering the microphone on accident sometimes, so I'm trying not to do that. Another Oregon story. Data of 1.7 million Oregonians exposed in Oregon health plan hack. And I am on OHP, Oregon Health Plan. So, yeah, let's find out if this affects me. That'll be cool. So my data, essentially. That's cool. My data got hacked. Possibly exposed. Man arrested. So several outlets shared the story. Here's a video of New Yorkers tackling a man who allegedly drove into 10 pedestrians while fleeing the police. New Yorkers wasn't having that. Caught his ass real quick. Here's some news. The estranged wife of Gilgo Beach murder suspect Rex Heuermann has been in touch with her husband since his bombshell arrest, but is yet to be interviewed by investigators in the case, her divorce attorney said this week. So yeah, this is a breaking, supposedly breaking, news story. I don't know much about this case, so I guess that's all they're talking about right now, but stay tuned for more details on that one. The CEO of Uber is stunned by a $52 fare charged for a 3-mile ride. I'm not surprised about anything in New York as far as price wise, but the fact that the CEO is, mad about that says something. What's up, Paul? Grand Canyon bus rollover kills one, leaves more than 50 injured. That's an interesting story. Oh yeah, the biggest story of today and yesterday was Trump's indictment. Knowingly making, so they're mad about January 6th still, which, I don't think they ever really Here's a video of people getting pressed by a hammerhead shark. He's just scanning the area. They're just chilling out there where he lives. So. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, so update on the Goldman Sachs dude. I covered that story in the last video I did, and they found his body. The dude who went missing from the club, Goldman Sachs dude, found his body in a creek, New York City creek. What's his name? There's not any really info on. More info to come on, who did that. Here's one of the most interesting stories I wanted to show.
System like China. So China is using AI in their schools.
Know exactly when someone isn't paying attention.
白色就是你可能跟网络还没有连接好。
These headbands measure each student's level of concentration. The information is then directly sent to the teacher's computer and to parents.
做出选择吧。Good job.
Classrooms have robots that analyze students' health and engagement levels. Students wear uniforms with chips that track their locations. There are even surveillance cameras that monitor how often students check their phones or yawn during classes. But schools say it wasn't hard for them getting parental consent to enroll kids into what is one of the world's largest experiments in AI education. A program that's supposed to boost students' grades while also feeding powerful algorithms.
Whoa. Yeah, whoa. They're gonna kill us. Well, they're gonna dominate. But system like China has. Video shows how.
Dude, for real, what are we doing over here, dude? Dude, our public schools, I was just talking about this, our public schools are to blame for, a lot of what's going on in society, because they're just, breeding grounds for, drama and bullshit, I swear. But with this AI shit that they're doing in China with the robots monitoring you, it's I think it's cool. Of course, there's some negative, whatevers about it, but as far as, you're being safer, and you're more protected by monitoring and shit like that. There's less nefarious shit that can go on as far as you're being monitored. I think that's cool. Here's a story about 3 Freightliners stole from a near. Interesting. And the Georgia teenager becomes 30, third victim of the brain-eating amoeba that's in the water or something. I feel like there's not enough information to really fucking go over. Here's all the charges they got on Trump, supposedly. They got 78 charges across 3 cases. Hush money for the porn star, I'm pretty sure that was like he paid her, but and the charge is falsifying business records. I'm pretty sure that one is like a false charge, and that's why they didn't get him on anything. And he yeah, I thought they said something about his paid, and that was it. And then the handling of the documents, yeah, he already explained that, and that's 10, 30, 35 years for those charges, but he already explained that off. It sounds like that's a false charge too. And then the attempt to turn the 2020 election, that one seems like a false charge as well. So it seems like political, bullshit as far as that shit goes. Sex slave escapes after 14 years locked in dungeon by abusive maniac. 14 years. So just like the last story we just seen from Seattle and Klamath Falls, this dude had this lady in here for 14 years as a sex slave, just like Joseph Fritzl. Just like Fritzl. Maniac kept a woman in a dungeon for 14 years, raped her more than 1,000 times, as he is also accused of butchering another woman. Full link in the bio, so I guess I would have to. I don't know if I want to click that right now, but. Then there's this. Terrifying new details. The moment nurse daughter kidnapped in Haiti. I hate how you have to click links to see the whole story, but whatever. I guess I'll kind of want to know more about this one, since that's kind of the theme in the video. These sex slave Joseph Fritzl type things that keep happening. Where's that story at? Now they got it buried. Where's it at, man? It's buried, man. There it is. So let's read the whole story if we can. I'll try and keep this video a little shorter if I can. A Russian maniac allegedly kept a woman as a sex slave for 14 years in a makeshift dungeon where he savagely beat her, raped her more than 1,000 times, as he is also accused of butchering another woman. Vladimir Cheskidov, 51, was arrested in the Chelyabinsk region in the remote Ural Mountains after a 33-year-old woman, identified only by her first name, Ekaterina, escaped from his home in the village of Smoleno on Monday. The woman told police that Cheskidov had kept her in captivity since 2009 and would only let her out of a padlocked bedroom with bars on the windows to perform house chores at knife point. Ekaterina also claimed to have been repeatedly tortured and brutally beaten for any minor transgression. There was a search for Cheskidov's one-story house yielded a collection of sex toys, muzzles, and CDs containing pornography. Local media outlets reported. In a horrific twist, Ekaterina also alleged that Cheskidov fatally stabbed a woman named Oskana, whom he referred to as his wife in 2011, and forced her to help him dispose of Oskan's body. Here's a picture of Vladimir Cheskidov. So, damn. He's the new Joseph Fritzl. And this other guy, Adam Multnomah Falls, he was inspired by all this shit too. Kidnapped her at 19 and kept her as sex slave for 14 years. There's a picture of her at a young age. He faces murder. So yeah, he probably got a life sentence right there. I don't know how Russia does it, but they might kill his ass for what he did. There's a picture of Katerina Cheskidov's home in the village of Smolino. So this is the picture of his home. Here's the makeshift dungeon. This is insane. And it looks like a fucking disgusting place that they were living in. Said he let her out to do chores, but looks like they weren't doing much chores. They was just sex slaving it up. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video on that one. There's more stories to come, so I'm hopefully I didn't block the microphone too much, and yeah, catch y'all later.